I did a morning routine for 3 years and I'm gonna give you 6 reasons why I quit. And number 5 is a game changer. Morning routines. We've all heard that morning routines are the secret to success and unimaginable wealth, right? Well, after 3 years of doing a morning routine, I finally decided to quit. Sounds crazy, right? I know, but today I'm gonna break down the 6 reasons why I decided to ditch my morning routine and why you maybe should do the same. Reason number 1, it became a chore. When I first started my morning routine 3 years ago, it felt exciting. I felt productive, like I was optimizing every second of the day. But over time, it just became another checklist I had to get through. Instead of feeling energized, I just felt drained before my day even had started. If you're forcing yourself to do something you begin to hate, is it really serving you? Of course, you have to make sure that you aren't just coping and trying to find an easier path to success. We don't do that shit around here, you know? Reason number 2. It was time consuming. My morning ritual had overgrown to this giant leech that was just sucking out the life of me instead of giving me energy. It took away energy. What began as a, 30-minute little cute fun process in the morning evolved into a 1 to 2 hours grinding session. But I was spending so much time preparing for the day that I actually forgot to live the day. And at some point you gotta ask yourself, is this really helping me or is it slowing me down? Reason number 3, it was no longer serving my goals. So my goals changed, but my morning routines didn't. When I started my morning routine 3 years ago, I was a thinker instead of a doer. I always delayed work and productive tasks that would actually bring me forward. Instead, I kept coping and thinking that my 90-minute to 2-hour morning routine was actually productive and, moving me forward to my goals and bringing me closer to my goals. And in a sense, it was productive because, I was running, I was journaling, I was meditating, I was doing skincare routines, I was taking cold showers, and I could go on and on, drinking water with salt so I don't dehydrate. Every imaginable morning routine step I was doing. Yet the one thing that would actually bring me closer to my goals, I delayed. I didn't do. Making YouTube videos, making scripts, coming up with new ideas. Reason number 4. It was stressing me out. The irony, right? The whole point of a morning routine is to feel calm and prepared for the day. But if I missed even one step of my morning routine, I would already feel behind. It was adding unnecessary pressure to my mornings. And that wasn't what I signed up for 3 years ago. So reason number 5, and this might be the most interesting point, because what I needed was change. What I needed was the anti-routine. Recently, I came across a video of one of my favorite creators, Alex Hormozi. You might have heard of him. And in this video, he talked about something that actually made a lot of sense to me. He said, most champions do not have something that you do not have. They lack something you have.
Most people, most champions do not have something that you do not have. They lack something that you have.
That's mind-blowing. Many of us think that more is always better, but if you want to become the champion, this doesn't apply. For example,
for a champion in the physical realm, a lot of times they don't have an off switch. They just keep going. You have an off switch. It is their lack of it, which is what drives their success.
Then you look at me with my overgrown morning routine. When the champion wakes up, the first thing he does is to begin working. And then there's me, still doing my makeup and freezing my balls off in the cold shower. The champion is already ahead of me of 30 to 90 to 2 hours, because my off switch is already engaged for the first 2 hours of the day when I wake up. So I needed to get rid of that, which brings me to the last point of this video. Reason number 6. It wasn't sustainable. If I really want to become successful, and you too, then your main goal, whatever it might be, has to be the main priority. And 2 things can't have the same priority. Only one thing should be number 1. 2 things can't be equally as important. So you and I have to make it very clear what we actually want to accomplish. Do you want to become a morning routine phenom who can't get on with his day if he hasn't completed Hercules' 12 labors of God? Or do you want to become a champion of excellence on that one goal that means everything to you? It's our call. Don't get me wrong, morning routines can be great, but sometimes quitting or at least cutting down is exactly what you need. If you've got a morning routine that doesn't serve you anymore, don't be afraid to switch things up. The point is to create a life that works for you and not the other way around.